Sequences are often defined by listing first few terms or by giving a formula for the general term of the sequence. When listing the first few terms of the sequence, you have to make sure that you have enough of them so it is clear how the subsequent terms are obtained. For example, we have a sequence that has only 4 terms listed. It is 1, 1/2, 1/4, and 1/8. We know that there are infinitely many numbers in that sequence. So the question is, do we have enough information to write the next term that comes after 1/8? And if you look closely at the pattern display, you can see that the numerator is always 1 in all of those fractions, and the denominator is doubled from one term to the next. So we can say that the next term should be 1 over double of 8, which is 16. And the next one will be 1 over double of 16, which is 32. And the next will be 1 over 64, and so on. So giving here 4 terms was enough. Not always this is the case. And listing the terms is a good way to see first few terms, but it is not a good way to describe a sequence because, for example, if I want 100th term, I would have to write 99 of them before I will arrive at the 100th term. So a much more convenient way to define a sequence is giving the formula for the nth term of a sequence. This is simply the same approach as we've done with the functions. A sequence is a function. When we dealt with functions, we had formulas. For example, you might have used the formula x squared plus 2x minus 1. We use the formula to determine or define the value of y that corresponded to the input x. We are doing the same with the sequence, only now we have a different notation. A sub n is the value of output that corresponds to the input n. So if I say that a sub n is equal 1 over n plus 3, I'm defining what values is assigned to the value n. So if n is equal 1, I would have 1 over 1 plus 3. If I have a sub 5, it means that n is equal 5. The value assigned to n equal 5 will be 1 over 5 plus 3. So having formula allow me to write any term of that sequence no matter what value of a. So for example, if I want thousandth term, which means when n is equal 1000, I can write it using the formula. It's going to be 1 over 1000 plus 3. So having formula for a sequence is very helpful because we are able to get all the terms of the sequence, and we also are able to discover some properties of that sequence that might not be as clearly visible when we are listing first few terms.